What's up, guys? Welcome back to the channel. First things first, I wanted to apologize for the last video ending so abruptly. Apparently, the last couple clips I had edited got corrupted. Something happened. I'm not going to make excuses, but something definitely happened, and it just ended. There wasn't much more. I think there was only like a minute more of footage, and it was just me talking, which some of you guys don't really like me just sitting here talking. But anywho, I hope you guys all had a good Easter. And then actually day after Easter was my dad's birthday. So we've been kind of just back to back getting stuff done. So I wanted to give an update on the G because we are trying to get this thing going. So as you saw, we got the motor out of the other parts car right here. And it's a little crusty, but I've been talking to a couple people, and what my plan was taking the good stuff off the crusty one and putting it on the not so crusty one. But I've never heard this engine run. And my luck, I'll have everything swapped over. It'll all be sealed up. I'll put it in, and then it'll probably have rod knock or something. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to pull the engine harness off of the parts one. I'm going to pull the trans off. And anything that does look good on this one, I'm going to use on the crusty engine. And basically what I'm going to do for this one is spray it down. Any bolts, any grounds, anything that I'm going to use, I'm going to spray with a boatload of PB Blaster and just make it a little bit better. Like you can see, like the water pump where the fan bolts up, the clutch fan, that's bent. So I got to work on getting that. What I'm probably going to end up doing is just taking that off, putting the good pulley on there. I'm running an electric fan. So have that and then pretty much go from there. So that's what I'm kind of working on. I do need to get the Ranger out of here. I had to use this to do some yard work. I need to throw some different wheels on here because I need to give my buddy his stock Mustang wheels back. So, but anyways, I'm kind of jumping around a little bit, but either who. So that's the plan, is we're going to take these two to make one. I did order a new gasket kit. It comes with like valve cover gaskets and exhaust gaskets and a whole bunch of stuff for the engine. So that's supposed to come in this coming weekend and, you know, take a couple days to put it on, maybe a day, we'll see. So in the meantime, I think I want to work on getting all of the tan interior out of this car. So I'll probably start with the easy things first. Maybe I'll start with the hard things first, not really sure. I do still need to get the back window put in. So what I'll probably do, since it's going to be easier without the window in, is replace this back panel here, replace the back seats, replace the door panels, basically start from the back, work my way forward. My plan with the dash. So as you can see, it's got a tan dash. Now also, this being an 05, the center console is a little different than like the 03s. So I think what I'm going to do, now I think like these panels here are replaceable. And if they are, I'll replace them with the other stuff. I think what I'm going to do is honestly just paint the dash black. I already ordered some adhesive promoter and I ordered some trim black. And I think I'm just going to paint all that I can't take off easily because I don't really want to pull this dash. I just don't, you know. And these cars, they don't really have a replacement airbag. You essentially have to replace the dash anyways. So instead of fighting with a bunch of electronics and all that kind of stuff, steering wheel I'm not worried about because I'm going to put an aftermarket one in there. And yeah, so I'm going to work on getting the interior cleaned up and cleaned out. Basically seats, carpet, console, door panels. I already got this door on there with the black door panel. I will spray some adhesion glue to try to get this to soak back up and then tuck that back in there just to make it a little bit nicer. So got that all on and work on the next thing. So that's what we're going to work on today in this video. So I'm going to be kind of jumping around, just trying to keep moving on this thing because I'd love to get this thing a little bit closer to being done, or at least a huge step forward in this video. So I am still searching for some wheels because I can't keep Braxton's wheels. The Cosmos wheels aren't really doing it for me on this. I am really looking for some like Kansei Astros or something of that nature. Just something a little cool. I also want to keep it light, and Kansei wheels are very light. So kind of go with that. So I'm going to start messing with some stuff and see what we can get done. All right, guys, so what we have here is the manual engine harness and transmission harness and stuff. So this is the harness I'm gonna be using for this car. So I got it off the parts engine, so that's sick that I'm gonna do that. So now I'm gonna do the same thing with this one. So just imagine everything you just saw twice. All right, guys, so now I'm gonna move on getting all this tan interior out. So I'm gonna start with the back seat since I've already kind of have it halfway done. So I'm gonna move the center console here and then move these two pieces here and then work on the deck panel. Well, things kind of escalated pretty quickly. So now I'm going to be taking the center console out and pulling this carpet out. And I had an idea, but I'm not sure if I want to tackle it like that yet. So, but change of events, Remy had her kittens. So if y'all want to see these things, look at these little guys. So you only saw 4 of them?
Yeah, Connor's supposed to be looking for more.
Yeah.
No more.
So we got 4 little kitties.
Get them. Come on. Come on, put it in here. Come get them. Yeah. Here.
You better be taking care of them babies.
Sure, I gotta get my strength up.
We done fed her twice today.
Really?
Yeah.
Damn. Mama need her scrunch.
Mm-hmm. You want a kitten?
Kinda.
I get dibs on one of the gray ones.
I just knew you would want the white one.
No, I want the gray. I want a Russian blue.
All right, guys, so I got the carpet all out of this thing, and as you can see, being that there isn't a back window, it got some water in it. So I'm gonna get the shop vac and get all this stuff cleaned out, all the water out of here, and get this thing dry. Probably gonna let this sit open like this, let it all air out. Plus I got the dash all apart because from there up, I wanna paint black. So where we're at now is kind of just, I'll probably pop the radio out though, but other than that, everything else is getting painted black. So easy way to get the ECU out and get that installed as well. So we're getting somewhere, and it makes me feel good. I think I'll also get the door panels knocked out of this, you know, get them off the parts car. And yeah, so I'm gonna get all this water out and let it dry out. All right, guys, so I figured I'd go ahead and put the back of the back seats in while I'm still waiting on all this to dry out. I also want to go ahead and get the fuel pump put back in it, because this thing between the water smell and wide open gas, it ain't the best smelling thing. So I'm gonna go grab the fuel pump out of the other parts car, slap it back in here because it's the fuel pump that worked. So put that back in here, seal this back up, and then I can start just kind of buttoning things up. Slowly but surely coming together. I mean, just alone, this back panel that was tan, as you can see, I got all the tan parts laying over there on the ground. But the black just looks so much better. As soon as my guy gets here to do the back window, I'm honestly gonna tint that black as well. Just gonna put 20% over it, call it a day, and we'll be in good shape. So slowly but surely getting this thing done. It's starting to smell better. I probably emptied a whole can of Febreze in here. Then I got the styrofoam pieces that lay down in the floorboards over there. I got them in the sun drying. Well, I guess I gotta move that one, but I got them over in the sun drying out so that they're not so much of a stinkiness. So, but things are coming along. All right, guys, so I got the carpet pulled out of the parts car, and I don't know if you could tell on camera, but it don't look too black. It looks more gray than anything. So I think what I'm gonna do is I have some fabric paint. I'm just gonna spray paint it black because in all honesty, it's gonna get tore up no matter what. And I'd just rather have it black than gray, especially with everything else. Like there's no point of having a gray carpet with black seats and black everything else. So I'm gonna paint this black real quick and I'm gonna let it dry. And then I actually gotta go on a parts run real fast because I have something for that right there in this general area, if you look. So let's spray paint this and go get some parts. All right, well, I got half of it done. I figured I'd show you the difference. That's black, that's not. You know what I mean, Weston?
I know what you mean, dude.
You know what I mean.
I know what you fucking mean, dude.
Let's go see what Weston's doing over here on his car. He got himself some new crystalies.
Had to get me some shiny boys.
Some new shiny boys. Look at that thing. That thing's so much nicer
Man,
than that. Ew. But he's slowly but surely getting this Accord together. Definitely the best $400 he's ever spent.
It's one of the best $400. That stripper in Tokyo was crazy, bro. No, I'm just kidding. I've never bought a stripper.
You've also never been to Tokyo.
Also never been to Tokyo.
Why are you looking at me like that?
Kamehameha. You know, we just out here.
Dang, I see a gray hair in your beard.
Where?
Right?
Oh, yeah, in there?
Yeah.
I thought you meant like on it. No, I got the gray hairs in the beard, in the head.
Hell yeah.
30's old, dude. 30's old as fuck. I don't care what your parents tell you.
All right, I'm gonna go back to finish painting this damn thing.
All right, have fun.
All right, so black carpet. So I'm gonna let this dry. I'm gonna run down the road and get some parts for the motor. And when I get back, I will toss this in the car. And them things look icy, boy. Can't even tell it's 3 different colors of silver. I say you can't even tell it's 3 different colors of silver.
I just adjusted them hose too, so they're nice and
Scrape.
straight.
Hell yeah. What you
Oh.
think of my black carpet?
I think it looks really good.
Yeah. Gotta let it dry.
Yeah.
But it looks
Let it
really good.
dry.
Hell yeah.
Throw some clear coat on it.
I put it over there by the fan, let it air out.
Let it air out.
Uh-huh.
Let that be air out.
You come by tomorrow?
Y'all come by tomorrow.
I'll see you tomorrow.
All right, buddy.
Okay.
See you tomorrow.
Okay. All right, guys. I just got a marketplace find that I really needed. So, we got some freaking VQDE test pipes, baby. Got the gaskets and the bolts, the hardware kit. They're literally brand new. Like, they've never been on a car at all. So the guy I got them from says he has a 08 Infinity, but they didn't fit. Come to find out, he has a HR. And to my knowledge, the HRs and the DEs have different flanges on this side. So works out for me because I got them for about $150 cheaper than I would have paid if I bought them new. But I mean, shit, I didn't have to pay shipping. I didn't have to pay that extra $150. The guy was only 10-15 minutes away. The only thing that did suck is when I met up with him. I know I'm going to sound like ungrateful, but when I met up with him, you know, he was like, hey, just meet me at this place, blah, blah, blah. I'm meeting up with some friends, and we're going to grab some food. I said, okay, cool. I'll be there in 2 minutes. Well, 35 minutes later, he comes out and says, oh, my bad, man. I thought you were going to call me. And I said, nope, I told you I'd be there in 2 minutes. So either way, good come up there. I do also have a lead on some exhaust. We'll see if that falls through or if that actually happens. So hopefully it does. If not, we got a good start. So, all right, let's get back to the shop. All right, guys, so we're back at the shop now. As you saw, I got those test pipes for the engine, which we're getting it all apart and together. The shop is a freaking wreck, dude. It's driving me nuts. Tomorrow, I think I'm going to get everything out of here, like all the tan interior that I don't need anymore. Like, all that is going to go. Any parts that I'm not using is just get it out of here because it's driving me nuts. But on a positive note, look how freaking good that carpet looks, dude. Like I said, I already got the back seat in, so that's all good. I did realize, and I'm kind of upset about it, so the parts car was in an accident and the airbags deployed. Now, you see this one, the airbags did not deploy. But that being said, the seat belts for the front seats actually locked up. They have the mechanism in them that basically pops it to lock it in place so that you don't move and all that kind of stuff. Well, either way, they're locked in place. They won't pull out or nothing like that. So, unfortunately, I think I'm going to be having tan seat belts in this thing for now, because eventually I want to get a harness bar and do bucket seats on the front and all that kind of stuff. So for now, I will be putting the tan seat belts back in here. I went ahead and, I freaking took them all out thinking I was going to be good, and, well, you know. But either way, carpet looks great. I got to wait for the paint to come for the dash. So before I put this entire interior back together and stuff, I want to get the dash painted. You can see I already have the black door panel on here. You can see right here where there's some of the leather's coming off. I got some adhesion spray. I'm going to spray up in there and get that. Or I'll peel it off and just leave it plastic. But that right there is a good comparison. You can see the difference between the black one and the tan one. The black one just looks so much better. I'm going to get a different steering wheel, so I'm not going to worry about that too much. I'm not going to paint that or anything. And the headliner and all that, in all of them, they're the same color. So this isn't tan. This is actually like a gray. So it's literally the same exact color as the one that's in the parts car. So I'm stoked that I don't have to pull that. But I went ahead, put the black e-brake in here, which, if you didn't know, as far as I remember, this is a 350Z handbrake. And I pulled this out thinking we were going to need it for Chris's car, but all 350Zs have this. So that's sick. So that one's in there now, because the other one that was in here was tan or brown or whatever. But that's in there. It's hooked up. It's good to go. I don't think I'm going to put a handbrake in this, like a hydro, just yet, because I really would like to get this car done by the Clean Culture event in Virginia on the 10th of May. So if I could get to that, I don't think I'm going to have it painted. I'm just basically right now, I want to get it together. I want to get it running, and I want to get it drifting. So that being said, we're going to focus on that. I know I still haven't said what my plans are yet. I don't think Chris ruined it for me in his video or in his Patreon videos or whatever. But either way, I know a lot of you guys are wanting to see what I'm doing, and just stick along with me. Just know that there's going to be a color change and there's going to be a theme. And I don't really know what else I can say without giving it away. I really wouldn't be giving it away because you don't know exactly. But either way, color change, theme, it's going to be sick. So that being said, I think that's going to be it for this video, guys. I know I messed up on the last video by cutting it short. Some stuff happened. I don't know if my computer was just way too much with the... I don't know. I don't want to make excuses. Something happened. I thought it was fully uploaded. It's not. I'm going to make sure that this one's good. I'll watch the video all the way through. So either way, because I like saying goodbye to you guys. So anywho, that's going to be it for this. I will be picking back up on this when I get the gasket kit and or the paint for the dash, because I would love to get the interior finalized and done so I can worry about, you know, the more important things like running and driving. So, but either way, appreciate you guys watching. And if you could like, comment, subscribe, that'd be sick. And I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.